Hi guys, it's Promise Sebastian here again with another awesome Blender clothes modeling tutorial. So we're going to be trying this simple Agbada here in Blender. It's really simple. So all the resources you'll be needing for this tutorial, just check the description link so that you can, that's the texture and the bump maps as well, so that you can follow along. Okay, without further ado guys, let's get started. I'm going to be starting with a new project now. So I will have to like close all this. So click on file now, and then we'll select new and then general. So what I'm going to add is the man, because we need him to simulate the clothes on his body before we start doing any other thing. So what we'll just do now is head over to file and then append. So with this same pattern, you're going to look for where your own character, if you have a simple base mesh, that's a human character based mesh, you can use that. But then if you don't have, download this one from the description link and then use it. So I'm going to go to my human character I have here in Blender. So I'm gonna go to YouTube tutorials. So his name is man, so I'll just go to my object. So I named him man, so this is him here. So I'll append now. So I've appended him here. So this is what we'll have here. So that's what you also do to append this actual object now, so that we are going to now simulate our cloth now. So but we'll have to start with like a base mesh. So we'll click shift A now and then mesh, and then head over to cube now, X to scale this now, and then G to grab it up now. So we are going to like get a dummy shape of a cloth. It's not going to be perfect, something just like a dummy shape of a cloth, something not very perfect that we can simulate and then have our clothes wrap through the body and give us perfectly what we are looking for. So I'll click Control Tab 6 now to get into edit mode, or Z, so I can be seeing through this. So like want to add an edge here, that's an edge loop now, and then double left click, that's all you do. So you have an edge loop here. So I'm going to delete this side and add a mirror to it. Okay, so what I'll just do is delete the negative part of it, then delete faces, delete 3 to move out to face mode, then box select, left click and drag the delete key, and then left click on delete faces, and all the faces are gone. So head over to the modifier tab, add modifier, and then I'm going to add the mirror modifier. So now I'm going to make sure that clipping is checked, so it's clipped. So I'll just click A to select, or G and then X to grab it out to check whether it's clipped. So it's clipped perfectly well. So Control Tab 4 to move back to object mode, Shift Tab T to bring out the transformation key or 2. So I'll just drag this to make sure it's at the center. So I think it is now. Control Tab 6 again, back to edit mode. I'm going to click 1 because I want to use the vertex mode, G and then Z, then drag my mouse down to get something like this now. Okay, so this has to be a little bit inside, so it doesn't have to be just straight. So box select this down, a G and then Z, somewhere around there. I think the Agbada will be okay with this. So I'll add an edge, Control R to add an edge loop here, and then box select just this side, G and X a little bit inward, something like this, so get the shape. Okay, so we'll use the side view now, Control R now to add a loop cut. So I'm gonna drag up and then left click now. So we are going to now delete the face we have here, Alt Z again to exit X-ray view, 3 to move out to face mode. So what we just do is delete the faces we know that we might not be needed. So let's start from here, delete this face now. So we want this now to look like an Agbada, so we have to like 2 to drag this, click on this A, G and then Z, bring this guy down, and then select on this 3 to move out to face mode, select left click on this face, and then the delete key, delete face. So the face is gone now. So I think we can drag down this edge as well, the more, then 2 and then G, Z, bring this guy down a little more. So now we'll add an extra loop here, bring this guy here, add another one. We're going to add 2 this time, left click, double left click, S and then Y again to drag out now, drag out your mouse to scale that, then 3 to move out to face mode, select the face you have here, D, delete the face. So we'll have the face out now. So this is close to what we are looking for. We'll delete the bottom face because we don't need it. Click on this guy and click on this one, the delete key, left click on face, and then the face is gone. So this is close to what we are looking for, not very close anyway, but we'll have to like drag and sculpt a little bit. So we'll add extra faces to this, A to select everything, right click now and then subdivide. So you can see the subdivision is not very perfect. So what we can do, add loop cut here, add loop cut here. So the subdivision is not gradual, so we can make it gradual by adding extra loop cut ourselves instead of using subdivide. So I think this is great. Now control tab 4 now to move back to object mode. So we are going to add something like a subdivision to this now. So I'm going to go over to the modifier tab now and then generate but before that, let me apply the mirror I have here. So click on the arrow drop down, left click on it, up click on apply, and then click on add modifier, generate, and then we're going to add the subdivision modifier first. Let's just apply this now. And then now we're going to add a multi-resolution modifier because we want to sculpt. So I'll add a multi-resolution modifier, then subdivide once. So control tab 2 to move out to sculpt mode, F to increase the size of our brush, and then shift now and then left click and hold and then to sculpt some stuff. So now it's time for us to simulate now. So this is close to what we will be looking for. So control tab 4 now, and then we are going to add collision to this guy. And then this one now we are now going to add a cloth physics to this. So we'll add collision to this first. We'll head over to the physics property, click on it. If you have the eye already, know that the collision is there already because I imported this guy. So I'll just select on this one, add cloth physics to it, head over to cloth, left click on it. Now I've added a cloth physics to this. So what you want to do is scroll down here and then collisions, scroll down. So yeah, you can see where the road distance, just add a lot of zero to it so that this will bring it as close as possible to the body. That's the base mesh you're using. So I'm deleting this now, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then enter now. So now we're going to play this simulation and see what we have. So I'll click the space bar now to play the simulation. So see what I have. So this is it's not bad. Let's right click and shed auto smooth, that's shade smooth, sorry. So and allow the simulation to still play. So play the more. Okay, so this is what the simulation looks like. So I'll click the play button again because I think we can still adjust this the more now. So now we are going to apply, hold the button, the modifier tab, apply the cloth physics modifier here, apply. So now we'll now adjust this again now, control tab 2 to move out to sculpt mode, then sculpt some stuff, drag this guy down. This time around we use the grab tool now, drag this guy down to cover up all these guys. Okay, so you can customize this to your own taste. Okay, so however you want it to look like, so it's very customizable. So you can on the mirror tool so that you are dragging at the same time. Okay, it's very important. Yeah, it's very important. So I'm going to smoothen this now so it doesn't look like curved as it is. So this is what we're going to smoothen the edge, that's the neck, so it's close to the body and not speaks like that. So we'll now simulate again. We'll add another cloth physics, control tab 4 now, and then we'll head over to the physics property again, another cloth physics because we want to simulate again. Now make sure that your play button is at 0 before you press any simulation or even add any simulation. If it's not, you might not see your cloth. That's what just happened. So drag it back to 0, you're going to see it back. So now we've added cloth simulation. We'll do the same thing to this now. We'll reduce the distance now to 0, and then the quality we can increase it to like 4. Yeah, so and the weight we can reduce it a little bit, just 0.2. so yeah, quality steps we can just make this 7. So now we'll play this simulation again. So it's playing, it's playing, it's playing. Okay, so this is close to what we are looking for. So I'll just click play now to pause this now, and then we'll head over to the modifier tab now, apply, take this guy back to 0 so it's not going to reflect anything. So I've applied our cloth modifier. So we'll do last adjustment, control tab 4 now, sculpt mode, drag this guy out, drag this guy out as well. So we'll bring this guy down a little bit, G, and then drag this guy down. because it's gonna be a little bit down, something like this now. So this is okay now. So we'll move over to edit mode now. Control tab 6 now. So object mode first, let's apply all these modifier we have here. So it gives us the exact shape in the edit mode. I've applied it now. Control tab 6 now, so we'll have this as shape now. So what we are going to extrude that is one, we're going to extrude that the outline, that's this the neck column, we are going to extrude it out, and then this one as well, we are going to extrude it out. So 3 to move out to face mode, I'm just going to box select this guy. I think this guy will give me exactly what I'm looking for. From here I think it's okay. So what we can just do is shift D now to duplicate this now, and then just left click. I don't want to move it, so we can now extrude that guy. We can extrude it out. E to extrude it out a little bit. So L to select, E to extrude it out a little bit now. So keep our cursor on this guy, L to select it, so it selects all the linked, because this guy is linked now. So P and then left click on selection to separate this guy from this guy. So now we'll just extrude out another face here we want to like use for the column. So 2 to move out to edge mode, Alt and then left click, select this face now, E and then extrude out. So this is great now. So what we can do now is E again and then X to scale it inward a little bit. So E again and then Z, so downward, that's where that one is gonna go. So we can bring it down the more. Okay, so okay, I think this is okay. So now we are going to separate this one now. Hold Shift Alt select Control Z, 3 to move out to face mode. Hold Control Alt and then left click on the face here to select this one. Control Alt Shift Control Alt this time to select extra one again, and then Shift Control Alt again to select this one inside, and then P separate by selection. So we'll remove it now. So this guy is out now. So Control Tab 4 now to move back to edit mode. So we'll have this guy separate, we'll have this guy separate. So we can do anything we want to do with this guy, scale it anyway. But first, let's set the origin of this guy to geometry. Origin to geometry. Yeah, so we can join these guys back when we are done texturing them or doing anything with them. So since they are from this guy, so we'll not have issues. That's why we have to get it out from this guy. So Control Tab 6 now, I'm gonna scale the edge of this guy. 2 to move over to edge mode, Alt select all the edges now, X to scale it out a little bit. So yeah, I think this is great. Control Tab 4 now. So yeah, this is great now. So now we can add extra edges to this guy so it doesn't look how it's looking now. So Control Tab 6 now, Control R now, add an extra edge guide here. Control R again, add another supporting edge here. So I think this is great. Control Tab 4 now. So now we'll start texturing these guys now. So but first, before we do that, we'll have to like add the Agbada pattern as always on the cloth. So that's another one, and it's gonna come from the body as well. So to do that, we just select the face we have here. So we can actually place faces there as well. Can place faces. So we can Control Tab 6 now. So if you check the pattern of this cloth now, we didn't get anything reasonable enough to give us that now. We can then wrap the faces around. So what we just do is add a face and then wrap it on the body. So Shift A now, head over to mesh plane now, and then bring our plane up. Bring our plane up now, rotate this guy 90 on the x-axis, X to scale it really well, and then bring it close to here, and then X to scale again very well, and then drag this guy here, drag this one to the front now. So use the transformation key, that's this x-axis, left click, hold, drag to rotate it, and then drag it close to the close. So now we are going to now add a snapping on this, so we can check snapping on. So this face is going to be snapping to this one once we are wrapping it. So we'll just head over to the snapping to on it now, and then change from increment to face. So now the face is going to be wrapping to this face now. So if you see, if I try to move it, you see it's now moving only on top of the face. So this will help us now to create whatever it is we want to create now, to wrap whatever it is we want to wrap through the body. So it's gonna really help us very well. So we'll bring this guy somewhere around here. So Alt Z, so we can be seen through it now, and then Control Tab C is to move over to edit mode. So select the edge, 2 to move over to edge mode again. Select the edge here now. E to extrude out face here. E to extrude out another one. E to extrude out another one. E to extrude out another one. And then okay. So from here, I think we can extrude out a face. E to extrude out a face from here. Let's just make the show from here. E to extrude out another one. G up. E to extrude out another one. And then E to extrude. E to extrude out another one. E to extrude, drag our mouse up. E to extrude again, drag up. Let's see whether it's wrapping. Okay, it's wrapping again. E to extrude this guy as well. Then drag this one. E to extrude. E to extrude again. So we are gonna join these two now. So Alt Z now. Want to move out to vertex mode. Select this vertex. Select this vertex. M to merge. Then merge at first because I selected this one first. And then select this one. Select this one again. Select this one. Select this one. I selected this one last, and I want them to merge together. So S merge. M to merge. Merge at first. I wanted it to merge at first. So now we can now adjust this. We can add a shrink wrap to make sure that this thing is wrapping together very well. So that's what I will do now. Control Tab 4 now. So now let's add a shrink wrap modifier before we start moving. Control Tab 6. Let me get these guys close enough. Select on this one. GY. So now let's add the shrink wrap modifier. Control Tab 6 now. Control Tab 4 now. Control Tab 4 now. So we'll change this guy to face nearest, and then add modifier deform shrink wrap. Then our target is this body we have here. So he's not doing a great job anyway, but at least it's okay. So we can work with this now and adjust the ones we need to adjust. So this is now wrapped all around the body. So this is close to what I'm looking for. So I can just scale this now. S to scale. And then move this a little more. So move this a little more. Okay. So Control Tab 6 now. Okay, Control Tab 4 now. So let's apply this modifier now. So we have our modifier applied now. So we can adjust any face we have here. So Control Tab 6 now. So whatever it is we don't like, we can adjust them. So we can adjust this guy now. So yeah, we have this guy. So we'll just use the proportional editing to select these guys as well. Drag. Okay, I think the proportional editing tool is too big for now. So G. So we'll screw in to make sure it's just this side. Drag to the left. Select this guy as well. G. And then select this guy as well. G. Drag now. G as well. Drag this guy. G, drag this guy. G, drag this guy. So take your time to get this to your taste and make sure it's wrapping very well. Okay, so we can do with this now. So what we'll do is just add a solidify modifier to this. So you can take your time, make sure you perfect this to your own text. Okay, so I'll leave this like this now for now. So Control Tab 4 now. So we're gonna right click and then shade smooth. So we head over to the modifier tab, generate now, and then we head over to solidify. So add the solidify modifier outside instead of inside this time around. So to whatever thickness we want. So depends. Let me use shade auto smooth instead of shade smooth, so we can be seeing the thickness now. So to whatever thickness you feel like adding, so we can reduce the thickness. I think it's very thick. So I think this level is okay. What we can just do is use sculpt and drag it out. So let's apply solidify modifier, control tab 2 now, and then drag these guys out. Drag these guys out. I have to increase it now. Drag out. So I think this side as well, we need to drag it as well. Okay, control tab 4 now. So we are good with this now. So we can start texturing this guy. So this is where the actual work is. So we're over to shading workspace now. So we'll add the material to this. I'll use the plus icon. I'm gonna call this guy navy blue. So you'll be needing all these textures, so check the description link so you can get them. So now we want to add them at a fabric material texture to this cloth. So we'll select the cloth as well, added navy blue, select the principal PSDF now, shift Control T now, and then we'll head over to where the material is. That's the texture, wherever you saved your own. So this is the cloth texture. So I'll just select fabric one, fabric normal. This is the color, fabric normal, and then fabric roughness, fabric displacement, and then principal PSD setup. So it has set it up now. So what we can do now is to make sure everything is perfect. Control tab 6 now. A to select everything, 3 to move over to face mode, head over to UV edit now, smart UV project, left click on it, click OK. So it's smart UV project it. So let's check anyway. You can see the cloth texture is really big. Yeah, the texture size is big, so we can adjust this by just reducing the size here. So we can type scale here. You can reduce the scale by ×10. That's increase the scale so that these guys are gonna be really small. So something like this is really great now. Select this guy now, and then we'll add the same texture. That's the navy I selected. That's the same texture. We'll do the same UV unwrap for this now. 6 now. A to select everything, UV smart UV project unwrap. So yeah, so now we are going to add this one now. So this one we are going to add like a trade texture to it. So this one I'm gonna name it fabric texture. Fabric texture, and then enter. So I have the fabric texture. So what I can do now is make sure I mark the UV scenes for this now. So I'll control tab 6 now, and then I'm going to be selecting the faces I want to mark UV. So 2 to move out to edge mode now. Let me use backward slash to get just this guy now. So I'm going to box select the edges I want to mark seam. So select that edge now, and then right click now, then mark seam, left click on mark seam, and then select this edge as well. Alt select to select all the whole edge now, right click now, and then mark seam as well. So select this edge as well, and then we're going to mark seam as well, and then we'll box select this edge, we'll mark seam as well, and then unselect this guy and unselect this guy, then mark seam as well. The alt select everything here, mark seam as well. So mark seam, so select these guys now. So we can now right click now, and then mark seam as well. So that's how we mark the seam, so that when we want to unwrap this guy, it's going to be really easy for us to unwrap and then do what we want to do with it. That's why we need to mark seams as well. That's why the seam is important. So I want to check this guy, and then I'm going to mark seam. So what we do now is select the faces we want to unwrap. Select the faces we want to unwrap. So 3 now, box select these faces now. So UV now, and then unwrap. So this guy is out now. So I'll just move over to the UV editing workspace, and then let's add the material first. So left click on this, shift Control T now, head over to fabric texture. So this is the texture here. You're gonna get it on the description link if you need the texture. Select this guy, And then this is the ambient inclusion, this is the color, that's the color. We select the height, then the normal, and the smoothness as well. So principal PSD setup. So what we are gonna see here is something not very perfect. So this is close to what we are looking for, but we'll have to adjust this guy. So we head over to the UV workspace now, UV editing now, the shader preview mode, and then make sure that this guy covers everywhere there. So I'm just gonna move from this now to move over to this one now, which is island selection mode. So I'm just gonna select this one now. So S to scale and then X now. So to scale this guy really big, so bring this guy here. So now you can take your time, use the grab tool now to grab a lot of stuff and make sure they are in very much in place. Like move these guys, grab as much as you can to make sure that everything is in place. So move this one up, move this guy up as well, so it covers up everything. So we are done with these guys now, the front, this one now. So the next one we need to face is this one. Select this one, select this guy as well, select and select down. So we'll add an edge here now. So I think our snapping is on, so we'll uncheck it now. Control R now to add another loop cut. So we'll select this part first so we can move to the edge. So hold Alt, select all this now to get to the edge now. So we'll just Alt Z now and then subtract selection to, and then subtract the selection of this guy now, and then head over to the UV now, then unwrap. So we'll have these guys now, so I'll just select this one and see the guy doing the thing. So with the island selection, so I'll move over to the selection tool now, select just this one and move it and see. So this one is the back and this is the front, because if you see, if I'm moving this one, it's moving the front. So what we can do on this guy now is just drag him to the extreme here. So I'm not gonna take that very much time to adjust these guys very well. So but you can take your time, make sure you adjust them really well. So I'm gonna grab this guy here and drag. Okay, so I can just drag this guy. So you can see this is not properly fixed. So what we can just do is mirror this guy now. So right click now, mirror on X axis. So it's on the right, this thing now on the right part. Okay, so you can take your time as well. So you might want to like scale this the more. Okay, so I think the scaling is just okay. So move this guy very close, arrow to rotate, move this guy a little more. So we'll now do the same for this guy. We'll just select this guy now. So let's just unwrap this guy. So I'm gonna click on UV unwrap. So now I have this guy as well. So use the selection to select this guy now, move and see the one we are moving. So I think it's this guy. So I'll just use the G and then grab this guy, grab now. So S to scale this one on the Y axis, move this guy a little bit up. So to make sure it's looking okay, so just try something like this to connect it in some way like this. Okay, add UV scenes now, Control Tab 6, and then backward slash. We're gonna add another. We're gonna mark another seam. Hold Alt, select all the edges, Shift and then Alt again. Select all the whole connecting edges, Shift again and Alt again. Select this guy. So Shift and Alt again. Shift and Alt again, select all these edges. So right click now and then mark seam. So I'm gonna just do the one for the front because we don't need the one for the bottom now. So I will just try to move out to face mode, select all this face now. So what we can do now is now UV now unwrap. So we just have this face now. So back to the shading workspace and then backward slash again. So this guy is back. So we're gonna add a new material. So we'll name this one thread fabric. So now I'm gonna add the thread fabric texture now. So I'm gonna left click on this material, shift Ctrl T now, and then look at the thread fabric here. So the one I named thread. So we have thread here, the main color, we have the thread texture, smoothness, we have the thread texture normal, and then we'll have the thread texture height. So this is going to add all the bumps you need. So principal PSD setup now. So you can increase the roughness of this because it's a cloth, it has to be very rough. So now Control Tab 6 now. So with this now we've unwrapped, we just head over to the UV editing now. So you can see it here as we unwrapped it. What we just need to do, make sure that the island selection is selected, and then move over to the selection to select this guy G, and then bring him here. S to scale on the X axis, scale this guy. G and X again, bring this guy here. So G and then Y, drag them down. Not that much anyway, somewhere around here. So that's it for the neck. Control Tab 4 now. So we'll just add a lightning now and then set it up. So you take your time to customize this. It's gonna really look nice if you take your time on it. Okay, let's head over to the viewport mode now. So you can add an environment to this. So let's move over to the shading workspace again. So the viewport render viewport mode. So let's head back to our world now, see what we have on our world. So this is a random environment here. So to add an environment now, so on default you might not have this environment here. So I'm just gonna delete this now. So to add an environment, what you just need to do, click A now, and then environment texture, type environment texture, drag and plug in now, and then go to open now, choose any environment texture you have. So this is an environment texture I have here, so I'll just open this now, and then I'm gonna add a cube. So add a cube now, X to scale it really big, Control Tab 6 now, select this face, hold shift, select this other face, delete and delete the faces now. So Control Tab 4 now, bring this guy up to the leg now, G and Z up very well. Control Tab 6, select all the edges here, two edge, hold shift edge here, shift edge here, Control B to bevel them, scroll in to add more edges to the bevel, something like this I think is good. So let's head back to the render viewport mode. So this is what we have as an environment now. So we can make this black, so add a new material, call it background. That's what we call this guy. So we can make it black. So this is my own render here, and that's basically the process I followed to achieve this. So what you just need to do is take your time, UV map, place your UV mask very well, and then you have something like this. Okay guys, thanks for watching this awesome tutorial, and I hope this tutorial helps you. So if you meet any challenge or encounter anyone, let me know in the comment section, and see you on my next tutorial.